What's up, YouTube? Tenchi Arizonia, the angry Dracolope of the Jackalope crew here, and well, it's day 365 of things I cut with my Rosecraft blade Sweetwater Creek Senator. Or that's what I would say if this was a short, but this is not a short. This is a long-form video regarding these two knives, the Rosecraft blades Sweetwater Creek Senators. Now, I'm going to put the stag-handled one back in my pocket, and we are going to be using the sandalwood-handled version. As you can hear, the walk and talk is still solid. So, let's get some cutting done, shall we? And we're going to start off with an Arizona iced tea bottle. Now, having had these knives for a year, what do I think of them? Well, honestly, guys, the Sweetwater Creek Senator has become one of, if not my most favourite knife to EDC, specifically the stag-handled version. But I like to alternate the use that I give these knives, so I actually carry both. And yes, I carry both at the same time. Anyway, let's finish off this Arizona iced tea bottle here. Almost straight through. There we go. That'll do for the Arizona iced tea bottle. Now on to the next thing. What shall we do? Let's grab a piece of tire. Now, like I said, I've had these knives a year, and I have to thank two people for that. I have to thank Andy Armstrong over at Rosecraft Blades, and I also have to thank another YouTube channel, Paddy's Potato Peelers. I'll link him in the description of this video. I'll also be tagging Rosecraft Blades. And of course, I'll be tagging Choir Boys Cutlery because he gave me the idea of doing daily content with these knives. Anyway, that's the tire done, or one piece of tire. I'm going to move on to some zip ties now, and I'm going to come closer to the camera for that. So top of my head might be out of frame, but that doesn't matter. What matters is the video. So we're going to continue cutting through the zip ties. And I've done this task so many times, guys. The zip ties are always a challenge, and they can put some wear on the edge. Let's have a look here. Yeah, like I thought, no issues, no damage to the edge of the knife. What next? Let's take a piece of card, shall we? As I continue talking about these knives. Now, the blade steel on these, both the stag-handled and the sandalwood-handled versions, is D2 steel. It is a good steel, but some people don't like it. I call that being a knife snob, because it is a solid steel and it really holds up well. I have to sharpen these about every 45 days or so. And I'm pretty sure that after the cutting I'm doing with this today, it will need sharpening again. Although it might just need a stropping, we'll see. Anyway, aside from that, the ergonomics on these knives is beyond reproach. The quality control of Rosecraft blades is outstanding. I have several, and these are the only two I was actually sent. Let's get rid of that card. What shall we do now? Bit of car heater hose, maybe? Like I said, the quality control on these blades is amazing. And yes, I know it would be easier if I put the hose against something solid, but this way it puts more pressure on the edge. So I think this is actually a better method of testing the edge of the blade. And again, like I said, this is one of my favourite blades to carry. And even though it is one of my favourites, it is not my only Rosecraft blades knife. We'll put the hose back down now, and let's grab a piece of multi-purpose rope. Now, like I said, again, I know I'm repeating myself here, but this is not the only Rosecraft Blades knife I have. It's the only one I was sent. I have bought the Loosahatchee Jack, the Little Riverbend Skinner, the Awanata. What am I missing? There's another one. I'm completely forgetting what the other Rosecraft Blades knives I have are, apart from these two, which is the Sweetwater Creek Senators. Yes, I mentioned the Little Riverbend Skinner and the Loosahatchee Jack. There we go. And the Awanata. So those might be the only ones. I'm pretty sure I'm missing one, though. So if I have missed one, I'll make an amendment to that and clip it in this video here somewhere.
You missed the Zambezi Drac.
Anyway, let's get on with the cutting. We have some kefir bottles here. Price point on these knives, by the way, isn't actually bad. They're sub $100 knives, which for the quality you are getting is absolutely amazing. The stag handled, I think, is the most expensive of the two. Last time I checked, the stag handle was $79.95 and the sandalwood was $59.95. The prices could have changed since, but I'm going from the prices as I last checked them. Anyway, I think that's about it for the kefir bottle. I'm going to go through the neck here. Kind of slipped out of the cut there, but that's okay. I am putting a lot of pressure on this blade today. There we go. Like I said, the quality on these is beyond reproach. The walk and talk is solid. There is no blade play on this knife yet, even with the amount of cutting I have been doing with it. Back to the cardboard once more. And yeah, guys, honestly, anything I could say about these blades has already been said by Scab of Choir Boys Cutlery, who is nearing 450 days of cutting. He might actually be over that now. But yeah, this is my 365th day of cutting with the Sweetwater Creek Senators. And yeah, you can see I am putting some strain on the sandalwood handled version today with what I am cutting. But it's still handling quite well. We have one more kefir bottle here, a smaller one albeit, and yeah, I think after today this knife is definitely going to need some care, some sharpening. Because today I have absolutely stress tested this knife above and beyond the cutting that I usually do. So, if you've made it this far into the video, congratulations. And I really hope you have, because 365 days of use. And with the use I put it through, kefir bottles, hose and tyre is about normal for me. And still no blade play on these knives. Are solid, despite being a slip joint. We're going to go through the one more piece of tyre here. And then, who knows, we may do a few more cuts on the car heater hose, but I think, guys, I've said about everything that can be said about these knives, given my use of these knives. Oh, I actually have one more piece of multi-purpose rope left, so we'll do that first. Yeah, quality beyond reproach. I really cannot complain about the quality of these knives. The style, well, you can't argue. These are really classy knives, and yeah, I did go straight through the multi-purpose rope. These are really classy knives. You can see now it needs a bit of a clean, and it may need a bit of a sharpen after this, but that's to be expected. And honestly, guys, I hadn't sharpened this in about 35, 40 days before doing this short, well, not this short, this long form video. And it is still handling the task at hand handily. So, like I said, I cannot question the quality of Rosecraft blades. And if you can, you clearly have not been watching my content or Scab's content on Rosecraft blades knives, because we have put, between us, we have put Rosecraft blades to the test for close to 1,000 days between us. 365 days for me. I think it's 450 something, if not more, for Scab. And that's just on one knife with Scab, just on one knife with me, not counting our other Rosecraft blades, such as the Awanata, the Little Riverbend Skinner, or the Lusahatchee Jack, which I have. Anyway, I think that's all for now. If you like it, please subscribe, comment, and share. And remember, be good to each other.